Have you ever woken up in the quiet, dark hours between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m., your stomach growling like it's staging a protest? If you're a senior, this isn't just a random midnight snack craving. It's your body whispering something important. Maybe it's about your health, your feelings, or even a restless night you didn't expect. I'm going to share 5 simple, heartfelt things you can do to turn those early wake-ups into moments of peace and comfort. Stick with me until the end. Number 4 is the one most folks overlook, and it might just be the secret to feeling better, body and soul. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Don't fight the hunger. Nourish yourself gently. Picture this. The clock reads 3:17 a.m., and you're lying there in the stillness, the only sound a faint creak from the house settling. Or so you thought until your stomach chimes in with a low, persistent rumble, like a thunderstorm brewing miles away. You stare up at the ceiling, shadows shifting faintly from the streetlight sneaking through the curtains, and you wonder if you can just ignore it. Maybe if you squeeze your eyes shut tight enough, it'll go away, right? But here's the truth, especially for those of us with a few more years under our belts. Trying to outlast that hunger doesn't work the way it did when we were younger. Our bodies have their minds now, stubborn and unpredictable. Perhaps dinner was a modest affair, a small plate of chicken and veggies that seemed plenty at the time, or maybe your system's clock has gone haywire, deciding that the middle of the night is the perfect moment to demand attention. So you lie there, a blanket pulled up to your chin, willing the growling to stop. But instead of fading, it grows louder, and now you're wide awake, restless, and maybe even a little annoyed. The minutes tick by, 3:20, 3:25, and sleep feels farther away than ever. Fighting it only digs you deeper into that sleepless hole. Let's try a different path, one that's kinder to both body and spirit. Don't leap out of bed like you're answering a fire alarm. There's no emergency here. Instead, ease into it. Sit up slowly, giving your back a moment to adjust, and let your breathing settle. Swing your legs over the side of the bed, toes brushing the rug or the cool hardwood floor, and take a deep, steadying breath. Maybe slip on those fuzzy slippers you keep nearby. Comfort starts from the ground up, after all. Now, make your way to the kitchen. No hurry in your steps. The house is quiet, maybe the fridge humming softly or a clock ticking in the distance, and it's just you and this little mission. You're not here to cook a 3-course meal. No roast chicken or mashed potatoes at this hour. That's too much, too heavy, and it'll only jolt you awake when you're trying to wind down. Reach for something light, something that says, care, without effort. A few saltine crackers from the pantry, maybe, spread with a thin layer of peanut butter. Smooth, not crunchy, unless you're in the mood for a little texture. The creamy saltiness melts on your tongue, just enough to hush that rumbling. Or perhaps there's a banana on the counter, its yellow skin freckled with brown, ripe, and soft, perfect for a tender bite that's easy to manage even with sleepy jaws. If you've got a jar of almonds or walnuts stashed away, scoop out a small handful, 8 or 10, no more. Those little nuggets of flavor, with their earthy richness, satisfy without weighing you down. While you're at it, pour yourself a small glass of water. Nothing straight from the fridge, mind you. That icy chill can hit like a splash of cold reality, snapping you awake when you're aiming for calm. Room temperature is best, sipped slowly, letting it wash away any dryness and settle your insides. This isn't about filling up or punishing yourself for being awake, it's about hearing that quiet plea from your body. Hey, I need a little something, and answering with gentleness. Take your time nibbling, standing there in the dim glow of the kitchen light, or perched on a stool if your knees prefer it. When you're done, shuffle back to bed, maybe pausing to adjust the thermostat or fluff your pillow. You'll notice the restlessness fading, the grumbling silenced, and before you know it, your head sinking back into that sweet spot on the pillow, sleep tiptoeing closer with every breath. 2. Sip something warm, comfort in a cup. Now it's 3:47 a.m., and you're awake again, blinking into the darkness. That familiar hunger's back, but it's brought the company this time, a parched, cottony feeling in your mouth or a jittery twitch in your legs that keeps you from settling. You shift under the covers, trying to find a position that works, but the unease lingers. It's not just food your body's after. There's a thirst there too, a craving for something soothing. Your first instinct might be to reach for a tall glass of water, icy cold from the pitcher in the fridge. But hold off on that. Pouring something frigid down your throat at this hour is like flipping on every light in the house. It shocks your sleepy system awake, leaving you staring at the ceiling when all you want is to drift off again. We're looking for comfort here, not a wake-up call. Let's take a softer approach, one that wraps you in warmth instead of startling you. Imagine this, a little thermos sitting on your nightstand, filled with something warm and gentle, ready for moments just like this. Before you turned in for the night, you boiled the kettle. Maybe an old stovetop one that whistles or a sleek electric model that glows blue, and brewed a small pot of herbal tea. Chamomile's my pick, hands down. It's like a hug from an old friend, that soft, floral scent wafting up as you steep it, promising calm with every sip. The taste is mild, almost honeyed on its own, but if you like a touch of sweetness, swirl in a tiny drizzle of honey. Just a teaspoon, enough to smooth the edges without making it cloying. If chamomile's not your thing, try peppermint instead. Its bright, clean flavor can ease a queasy stomach or clear that foggy feeling in your head. Rooibos works too, with its warm, woody notes, caffeine-free, and easy on the nerves. Pour it into that thermos while it's still steaming, screw the lid on tight, and set it within arm's reach. No need to stumble to the kitchen in the dark, risking a stubbed toe or a creaky floorboard waking the dog. When that 3:47 a.m. restlessness hits, unscrew the cap and let the faint warmth rise to your face. Maybe you catch a whiff of that chamomile or peppermint, a little promise of peace. Pour a few ounces into the thermos lid if it doubles as a cup, or keep a small mug handy on a coaster. Sip it slowly, deliberately, not in big gulps. Feel the heat trace its way down your throat, spreading through your chest like a soft glow, easing that dry scratchiness and quieting those twitchy legs. It's more than just liquid, it's a ritual, a way to tell your body, everything's alright, no need to fuss. If tea's not your style, plain warm water does the trick too, just enough to hydrate without overwhelming you. Either way, keep sipping until the cup's empty, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, letting the warmth work its magic. Your shoulders start to loosen, that restless edge softens, and the dryness in your mouth fades away. Set the thermos back, pull the blanket up just so, nestle it light into your pillow. Your eyelids grow heavy, the twitch in your legs quiets, and sleep creeps in like a gentle tide, ready to carry you back to dreamland. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. 3. Listen to your heart. What's going on? Sometimes, when your eyes pop open at 4:12 a.m., it's not just a growling stomach or the distant hum of the refrigerator tempting you out of bed. There's something deeper tugging at you, a subtle ache that sits right beneath your ribcage, a heaviness that feels like a wool blanket draped over your shoulders, too warm and too thick to shake off. Maybe it's worry creeping in, quiet but persistent. Are the grandkids safe and happy, or are they struggling with something you can't fix from miles away? Perhaps it's a pang of longing for an old friend, the one you used to share coffee and gossip with on the porch, whose voice you can still hear if you close your eyes. Or maybe it's just the slow, steady weight of time itself, the years stacking up like faded letters in a drawer, reminding you of all you've seen and all you've lost. For us seniors, those pre-dawn hours, when the world is hushed and the shadows stretch long across the bedroom floor, have a way of peeling back the layers we keep neatly tucked away during the day. The TV's off, the phone's silent, and suddenly there's nothing to distract you from the big feelings that bubble up uninvited. Don't try to push them down or scold yourself with a stern, "Go back to sleep, it's nothing." That rarely works. It's like trying to shoo away a stray cat that keeps circling back to your doorstep. Ignoring it just makes the ache louder, more insistent, until you're lying there staring at the ceiling, tangled in your thoughts. Instead, give those feelings a little breathing room, a moment to stretch out and be heard. Sit up in bed, slowly now, no need to rush and wake up every stiff joint at once. Grab an extra pillow, maybe that lumpy one you've been meaning to replace, and tuck it behind your lower back so you're propped up just right, cozy but not slouched. Let your hands rest in your lap, and take a second to feel the coolness of the sheets against your skin, grounding you in the moment. Then, in your softest inside voice, ask yourself, what's on my mind right now? Not what's wrong, or why can't I sleep? Those feel too heavy, too accusing. Just a gentle, curious, "What's here with me tonight?" You're not looking for answers yet. You're just opening the door a crack to see what's knocking. Here's a little habit that's worth picking up. Keep a notebook and a pen on your nightstand, right next to the glass of water or that old wind-up clock that ticks too loud. It doesn't have to be anything special. A battered spiral pad from the drugstore, a half-used journal from a grandkid's Christmas gift years ago, even the back of an envelope if that's what's handy. When those thoughts start tumbling around like loose marbles, pick up the pen and scribble them down. No editing, no fuss. "I'm lonely tonight, and I don't know why. I forgot to call Mary about her new arthritis prescription. Hope she's managing okay. Why am I awake again? Fretting over that time I snapped at Ed over the burnt roast in '87. The words don't need to be pretty or profound. They're just little snapshots of what's rattling around in your head. Seeing them on the page is like pouring water out of a too-full glass. It doesn't fix the spill, but it stops it from overflowing. And there's a quiet relief in that, knowing you don't have to carry it all in your mind alone. Once you've written what you can, set the pen down and take a slow, deliberate breath. Draw it in through your nose, counting to 3 in your head, feeling the air cool and steady as it fills your chest. Hold it for a heartbeat, then let it out through your mouth, long and soft, like you're blowing out a candle from across the room. As the breath leaves you, whisper to yourself, quiet enough that it's just for you, "I'll hold this for now, but I can rest." Picture it like setting down a heavy shopping bag, the kind with the handles that dig into your palms after too long. You're not tossing it away or promising to unpack it all before dawn. You're just permitting yourself to let it sit there, off your shoulders, for a while. This isn't about solving the world's problems or your own at 4 a.m. The wee hours are no time for grand plans or tearful revelations. It's about meeting those feelings halfway, giving them a nod like an old neighbor passing by, so they don't keep tapping at your window. Do this, and you'll often find the weight lifts just enough. Your chest feels looser, your mind less crowded, and sleep might tiptoe back in, gentle as a breeze through an open screen door. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. 4. Move a little. Wake up your body, not your worries. Here's the one most people, especially us seniors, overlook entirely, and it's a shame because it's such a simple fix. It's 4:23 a.m. now, and you're caught in that maddening dance with the blankets, tossing to the left, flipping the pillow to the cool side, then rolling back, only to find your stomach's grumbling like a cranky old furnace kicking on. Your legs are restless too, twitching and shifting like they're itching to get up and pace the room. Your brain's not helping either. It's starting to churn through tomorrow's grocery list or that creaky porch step you've been meaning to fix. You figure, if I just lie still, really still, and squeeze my eyes shut, I'll trick myself back to sleep. But how often does that work? Rarely. The more you fight it, the more awake you feel. Tense, prickly, like every nerve is buzzing. For us older folks, it's not just stubbornness or a busy mind keeping us up. Our bodies stiffen as we sleep. Joints lock up like rusty hinges, circulation slows to a crawl, and that makes every little discomfort, from hunger to fidgetiness, feel magnified under the magnifying glass of the night. So here's what you do. Move. Just a little, nothing fancy or taxing. You don't need to leap out of bed and start jogging laps around the house. Lord knows that's the last thing your knees want at this hour. Start small and gentle, like you're easing into a warm bath. Sit up in bed, slow and careful. Brace your hands on the mattress if your back's feeling cranky, and let your feet hang off the side for a moment, toes brushing the rug or the cool hardwood floor. Take a second to steady yourself, feeling the familiar weight of your body settling into this new position. Then roll your shoulders, nice and easy, like you're shrugging off a long day of hauling laundry or raking leaves. Circle them forward a few times, then back, slow as molasses, until you feel that knot between your shoulder blades starts to soften. Next, stretch your arms up high, reaching toward the ceiling like you're trying to pluck a star from the sky. Fingers spread wide, palms open, then let them float back down to your lap with a soft, satisfied exhale, like a leaf drifting to the ground. If you're feeling steady and the floor's not too chilly, stand up beside your bed. Keep a hand on the headboard or nightstand if your balance isn't what it used to be. Shake your legs out, one at a time, gentle and loose, like you're flicking water off your boots after splashing through a puddle. Start with your right leg. Lift it just a bit, give it a little wiggle from the knee down, then switch to the left. Do it a few times, imagining you're shaking off the stiffness like dust from an old rug. This isn't about exercise or burning energy. It's a reset, a way to wake up your body without waking up your worries. That tiny bit of movement gets your blood moving again, unsticking those sluggish veins and coaxing your muscles to relax instead of clenching like a fist. Pair it with a couple of deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, slow and full, picturing the air sweeping through you like a broom through a dusty room, then exhale through your mouth, letting the tension spill out with it, and you'll feel your whole system start to calm. Your body will notice the difference almost right away. That jittery, antsy feeling in your legs fades, like static clearing from a radio station. Your stomach might still grumble, but it won't seem so urgent, so loud. For us seniors, our bodies crave these little nudges more than we realize. Those long hours lying still can leave us feeling like a car left too long in the garage, stiff and reluctant to start. This trick isn't complicated, but it's a quiet game changer. Next time you're wrestling with the sheets and the clock's ticking past 4 a.m., give it a try. You'll be amazed how something so small, a roll, a stretch, a shake, can tip the scales back toward peace, leaving you ready to sink into the pillow instead of battling it. 5. Calm your mind with a soft sound. It's 3:58 a.m., and there you are, lying in bed, the world around you cloaked in the thick, heavy stillness of night. The glowing digits of the clock stare back at you, unblinking as if mocking your inability to drift off. You shift under the covers, adjusting the pillow for the 10th time, but it's no use. Sleep remains a distant stranger tonight. Your mind, oh, it's a restless beast, a whirlwind of thoughts that swirl and collide like a tempest in a teacup. They come at you fast and unrelenting. Did I eat too late? You replay dinner in vivid detail. The steaming bowl of vegetable soup you ladled out, the crusty sourdough bread you tore into with gusto, the butter melting into its crevices, and that indulgent sliver of apple pie you couldn't resist, complete with a dollop of whipped cream because, after all, you've earned a little sweetness in life. Was it too much, too close to bedtime? Your stomach offers a faint gurgle, as if answering in hindsight, and your brain latches onto it like a dog with a bone. Then there's tomorrow, or rather today, given the hour, stretching out before you like an uncharted map. What's on the horizon? A doctor's appointment at 10 a.m., where you'll sit in that sterile waiting room flipping through outdated magazines, trying to remember if you wrote down all your questions for the nurse. Or maybe it's the grocery run you've been putting off, navigating aisles crowded with harried shoppers, squinting at labels to find the low-sodium soup, and hoping you don't forget the milk again. And that phone call, oh, that nagging call to your old friend or the insurance company or whoever it was, keeps hovering at the edge of your mind, a task undone that prickles like a splinter. But the real mystery, the one that sends your thoughts spiraling, is this: why am I so hungry right now? It's ridiculous, isn't it? You ate hours ago, yet here's this tiny, insistent pang, a whisper from your stomach that your brain amplifies into a full-blown obsession. You wonder if it's real hunger or just your mind playing tricks. But either way, it's enough to keep you tethered to wakefulness, a captive audience to your restless musings. For seniors like us, this midnight mental marathon is no stranger. It's a frequent visitor, slipping through the cracks of quiet nights with the ease of a seasoned intruder. We've lived long enough to fill our heads with a lifetime of experiences, stories, and lessons. But that richness comes with a catch. Our minds don't always know when to rest. They're like old radios, picking up every signal, crackling with static when the world goes silent. What starts as a fleeting thought, a twinge of hunger, a flicker of worry, grows roots and branches, weaving itself into a tangled thicket of sleeplessness. You try to fight it, don't you? You squeeze your eyes shut, willing the chatter to stop, maybe even start counting backward from 100, or imagine sheep leaping over a rickety wooden fence in some pastoral scene. But it's futile. The harder you push, the more stubborn it gets, like a child throwing a tantrum. That inner voice grows louder, more insistent, looping through the same tired refrains until it feels like a broken record you can't switch off. A small spark of restlessness ignites into a blazing fire, and suddenly you're not just awake. You're alert, wired, caught in a self-perpetuating cycle that feeds on every stray thought and leaves you yearning for the sweet relief of sleep. But there's a way to tame this beast, a gentle lifeline to pull you back from the edge, a soft sound, a quiet balm for an overactive mind. Not just any sound. No blaring horns or upbeat melodies here, but something tender, subtle, almost imperceptible at first. Imagine the low, steady hum of a ceiling fan spinning lazily overhead. Its gentle were a constant companion in the dark. Or picture the delicate, uneven pattern of raindrops tapping against a windowpane, each one a tiny note in a lullaby composed by the night itself. Maybe it's the rhythmic ebb and flow of ocean waves, a memory from some long-ago beach trip, the water rushing in with a soft hiss, then retreating with a sigh, over and over, like the earth breathing in slow motion. This isn't about drowning out your thoughts with noise. It's about offering your mind a different path, a soothing thread to follow instead of the frantic maze it's been running through. For those of us who've notched a few more years on the calendar, this trick can feel like a small miracle. Our brains might be treasure chests brimming with decades of wisdom, memories of laughter, lessons from hard times, the faces of people we've loved, but they're also stubborn, prone to racing like runaway trains when the house falls quiet and the night stretches endlessly ahead. A soft sound doesn't demand your attention as a worry or a to-do list does. It beckons gently, extending an invitation to rest your focus on something simple, something safe. It's like handing your mind a warm cup of tea or a knitted blanket. Nothing forceful, just a comforting presence that wraps around those jagged, racing thoughts and softens their edges. You listen, and slowly, almost without noticing, the chatter begins to fade. The questions about dinner, the mental checklist for tomorrow, that inexplicable hunger, they don't vanish, but they lose their grip, slipping into the background like shadows retreating at dawn. Your breathing deepens, matching the rhythm of the sound. Your shoulders unclench, sinking into the mattress, and bit by bit, that elusive sleep you've been chasing creeps closer. It's not a battle won with willpower, but a quiet surrender to calm, one gentle, steady note at a time. Well, there you have it, my friends. 5 simple, heartfelt ways to turn those hungry 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. wake-ups into moments of calm and care. As seniors, we've earned the right to listen to our bodies and give ourselves a little grace in the quiet hours. I hope these tips wrap around you like a warm blanket, helping you find peace when the night feels restless. So, tell me, what's one thing you've learned from this today? Maybe it's sipping warm chamomile tea to soothe your nerves, or stretching gently to shake off that twitchy feeling. Perhaps it's writing down your thoughts to lighten your heart. Pick one thing you're excited to bring into your life and drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Your story might just inspire someone else too. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to make your days and nights even better. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next one.